Hi dear fans, friends and subscribers, welcome to the Cricket Happening Show today. It's going to be a brief Cricket Happening Show today, and in this part of the Cricket Happening Show, we are looking at first let me talk about the one-day international series between South Africa and Sri Lanka. While I am talking, the match has just ended here at the Palakele cricket ground here, and South Africa have lost this match. So Sri Lanka had to ensure that they had to win this match because, as I said, this is a three-match one-day international series. The first one was won by South Africa, and now Sri Lanka did it very convincingly today at Palakele to level the series by winning the match by 87 runs. I will definitely talk about that. So that is match which is already done, and then the focus will shift on to a match which is currently underway at Nottingham in Trent Bridge. Today was the first day of the first test of the Investec Test series between India and England, and the first day India are definitely doing very decently here. They are currently placed at 237 for 4, and we are in the final session of the day's play, if I look at it, it looks like we are in the 80th over, so another 10 overs and that's it. That will be stumps on day one of this first test match between India and England. But India have done decently, and not only that, Murali Vijay for the first time overseas getting a century under his belt. But let me first start off with the match against South Africa and Sri Lanka, because this match is already over, so I can definitely narrate the tale, but not in a very detailed way, but in a very brief way. Well, as was a second one-day international, which was very important for Sri Lanka under the circumstances. As I said, this is a three-match series, and Sri Lanka have definitely done well here. So Sri Lanka were the ones who actually won the toss, and they chose to bat here against South Africa, and they put up a score of 267. They're all out for 267 in the final over, 49.2 overs that they played. For them, Tilakatne Dilshan scored wonderfully well. He played a very good knock. In fact, he was really batting in the way Dilshan normally plays, where he really likes to attack the ball. Even though Kushal Pereira, the dasher, was gone pretty early, caught by angle of the bowling of Philander for 7 of 9 balls with 1-4. Dilshan entertained by playing a very, very good knock, taking the attack to the Sri Lankan camp by getting his 50 in 10 overs itself. So such was the dominance of Dilshan. Dilshan's contribution was 86 of 90 balls with 9 fours, and then Kumar Sangakkara fell a victim to Morkel for 7, and then that required a sort of a small consolidation in the middle, which was provided by Lairo Theramane with 36 of 49 balls with 4 fours, again playing a shot which was not good on his part, and then Mahela Jayawardene contributing 48 of 70 balls with 1-4. Angelo Matthews chipping in with 34 of 38 balls with 1-4 and 1-6. Ashan Priyanjan playing in an aggressive way with making 25 of 15 balls with 2 fours and 1-6. And then the tailenders couldn't really contribute much, with Kulashekara, Senanaike, Mendes and Malinga getting 11 runs between them, and Sri Lanka were all out for 267. But I thought that was a good score at the Palakele ground, and they definitely proved to. Now, the only thing that South Africans, looking at the South African bowling, they had their problems today with Dale Steyn in between, in the very early on. In fact, his line was pretty odd, and Dilshan was actually cracking him for boundaries, and then he injured his thumb there, and Dale Steyn couldn't bowl any further in the match, and that meant that he finished with 2.2 overs, no maiden, none for 19. So that definitely, I thought that helped Sri Lanka, no doubt about it. And one on Philander, 7.2 overs, one maiden, 49 runs and 2 wickets. Dumini bowled 9.4 overs, no maiden, 50 runs and 1 wicket. So this was actually completed by Dumini. The Steyn's over was completed by Dumini. And then Morne Morkel 10 overs, 1 for 58. Ryan McLaren today was amongst the wickets, picking up 4 wickets for 48 of his quota. And Imran Tahir once again impressed everybody by picking up 2 important wickets in the middle. One is Lairo Theramane, who played on once more a false stroke, I thought, and trying to flick Imran Tahir on the onside. Didn't see that a fielder was posted for that. particular shot. Amla took the catch, and Angelo Matthews, also he took Maila Jayawardene's wicket when Maila Jayawardene was fooled by a googly from Imran Tahir for 48 of 70 balls. So that made it 267 all out, and that set a target of 268 for win for South Africa. For South Africa, if you look at the knock, they were all out for 180. Hashim Amla once again, scoring a century. What to say about Hashim Amla? The other day he scored a century in the first one-day international. Now he comes here and scores his second consecutive one-day international century. So this should be, I reckon, should be his 14th one-day international century if I'm not wrong. But Hashim Amla played very well. In fact, he was there till such time. In fact, his wicket fell only at the wicket number 8. So he played a good hand. He was trying to solidify things for South Africa by staying at the crease, and his century came to no avail, even though he made 101. In fact, South Africa did not have a good start to proceedings, as Lasith Malinga provided them a double breakthrough. As first what he did is he got a ball which is angled into Quinton de Kock, and Quinton de Kock was not able to really get the bat to ball, and the ball went on to hit the stumps, with Quinton de Kock clean bowled for 4 of 6 balls with 1-4, and Jack Scalise once again disappointed, coming in at the customary position at 1 drop, once again disappointed. This time a shorter delivery from Malinga. He tried to bounce him out, a bouncer Callis fended at it, and Sangakkara taking a good catch. So he was gone for 1. That made the score 26 for 2, and the only partnership of note was the partnership between A.B. de Villiers, who contributed 29 of 41 balls with 3 fours, and Hashim Amla, who made 101, and that was a partnership which took them to pass the 100 mark. So it was a 75-run partnership between both the players, but A.B. de Villiers probably would have been really cursing himself, because this partnership was going pretty well at that stage, and 20 overs were bowled, and probably A.B. de Villiers wanted to really take some attack down to the Sri Lankan spinners. So he tried to smite Dilshan over the fence, but only perished when he actually got the ball. The ball actually hit the top edge of the bat, and the ball went high up in the air, and Pereira was the one, the substitute, took the catch, and that was a bitter blow for South Africa, as he was gone for 29 of 41 balls with 3 fours. After that, Hashim Amla was the only one who was actually playing his strokes, and he was keeping the South African hopes alive, because suddenly the spinners came and not only did they throttle the middle order, but they also picked up 4 wickets. In fact, 5 wickets fell. 4 wickets fell in the middle order pretty quickly after A.B. de Villiers' dismissal. They collapsed from 101 for 3 in the 20th over, and then the score read 124 for 6 when they lost first David Miller to the bowling of Dilshan for 4. Ryan McLaren was out to the Sachitra Senanayake, the off spinner, for 3. Vernon Philander was a victim of Dilshan for 1, and Ryan McLaren was also gone for 3 of the bowling of Senanayake, and so that was the one which really enabled the Sri Lankans to come into the game, because even after taking A.B. de Villiers' wicket, there was still some work to do. But what the Sri Lankan spinners did was something which Sri Lanka would be very happy about, because the spinners Mendes, Dilshan and Senanayake went on to pick up 4 wickets pretty quickly from that score when A.B. de Villiers departed, and when Ryan McLaren departed, the score read a very sorry 124 for 6. Dale Steyn did his bit in trying to give some support to Hashim Amla in contributing 23 of 35 balls with 4 fours, but then once Dale Steyn and then Hashim Amla knew that the end was pretty near, and all the onus was on Hashim Amla, and there were the last 15 overs left, and the power play was taken, but in the power play everything was over as far as South Africa were concerned, as the challenge ended with Hashim Amla being caught. Senanayake bowled Lasith Malinga for 101 of 102 balls with 11 fours, and then it was all over. Steyn was LBW bowled Mendes for 23. Moni Markel was cleaned up by Malinga for a knot, and it was all over. 180 all out, and Sri Lanka winning this match by a margin of 87 runs, and thus leveling the series 1-1 with one more match to come in this particular one-day international series, the final match to come here. Now, looking at the bowling as far as the Sri Lankans were concerned, Lasith Malinga was absolutely on the money. 4-wicket back for him, 6 overs, 1 maiden, 24 runs and 4 wickets. Nuwan Kulashekara, 5 overs, none for 39, was a bit costly today. Sen and Naike, the spinners did a wonderful job, I thought, in the middle. 7 overs, 1 maiden, 1 for 36. Angelo Matthews, 3 overs, 1 maiden, none for 11. Ajanta Mendes, 6.1 overs, 2 maidens, 2 for 18. A lot of variety in that Sri Lankan bowling attack, I thought. Dilshan, 10 overs, 3 for 40, and Priyanjan bowled 1 over for 8 runs, and it was all over with Sri Lanka leveling the series with 1 to go. So won the match by 87 runs. So now let me take you down to the match between India and England. As I said, today was the first day's play in the Investec Test series between England and India, which was played at the Trent Bridge in Nottingham. And Trent Bridge in Nottingham, well, normally Trent Bridge in Nottingham is a pitch which actually aids the seamers and the pace bowlers. But today, let me tell you, I thought this was a really a pretty docile pitch. There was nothing in it for the bowlers. You could see the ball bouncing once or twice or thrice to the wicket keeper. So that definitely tells you like what the pitch was. Well, but I wouldn't say that India. It was India actually won the toss and elected to bat. India decided to go on with a 4-pronged pace attack in this particular match of Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Ishan Sharma, Mohammad Shami, and they also blooded Stuart Binney. So Stuart Binney was making his test debut today, so he got an opportunity. And India, well, the start was not pretty convincing, even though Murali Vijay got some boundaries in the first over itself of the bowling of Anderson, where he actually thickish edges went to the boundary. But after that, Shikhar Dhawan, after making 12 runs, was the first victim, as Anderson and Broad saw that there was nothing in the pitch, so they decided to change the line of attack. They went round the wicket. Anderson in particular round the attack in an over, where he was actually testing Dhawan with a lot of good deliveries, and then finally a full-length delivery from Anderson got Dhawan's wicket. Dhawan actually was went to a ball which straightened from Anderson, and Dhawan got an edge onto it, and the wicketkeeper Pryor did the rest. So he was gone. Caught Pryor, bowled Anderson for 12, and that was Anderson who actually drawing first blood for England there. So 33 for 1 in the 7th over when Shikhar Dhawan departed. So Cheteshwar Pujara came in and joined Murali Vijay. Now Murali Vijay, as I said, initially a lot of edges for boundaries, but then Murali Vijay's confidence increased in the company of Cheteshwar Pujara, and Murali Vijay suddenly started unveiling strokes of pure delight, as he was really timing the ball pretty sweetly. And as you know, they also actually judged the pitch, and very quickly knew that this pitch has nothing in it for the bowlers, and it's better to play the strokes. And then Murali Vijay definitely cajoled with the English bowling, especially when Ben Stokes and Liam Plunkett were in action. He unveiled some wonderful strokes, especially with the strokes that he used to drive. As you know, when he drives, it really looks very majestic. And Murali Vijay carved Plunkett of the front foot to the fence. Then he also drove Ben Stokes to the fence, who was playing today, as Ben Stokes was preferred to Chris Jordan today. Well, as I said, both of them, and Cheteshwar Pujara was looking solid as ever with his defensive technique, but he was also playing some very good strokes, some very good flick off his hips, and also using the wrist very well to maneuver the ball to the fence. And both of them, from a score when India were 33 for 1, took the score on to the over the 100 mark. In fact, India were at lunchtime. India went with the score on 101 for 1 with Murali Vijay and Pujara in the middle. But after lunch, suddenly things started happening for England, as first the wicket to go was Cheteshwar Pujara, who actually was held brilliantly, I thought, by Bell. Now that was a ploy. Anderson bowled a ball to Pujara, and Pujara actually pushed at the delivery, which is something which is very unbecoming of Pujara, who is such a technically perfect person. He pushed the ball away from his body only to get the ball to balloon, and Bell was actually placed at I thought it was a short mid-on position, and what he did is he had to really cling on to the catch as Pujara pushed the ball, went into the air, and Bell dived full length to pick up the catch almost at the non-striker's end. What a catch that was from Ian Bell, as Cheteshwar Pujara was sent packing to the pavilion. Caught Bell, bowled Anderson for 38 with 7 boundaries. After that, Virat Kohli was a very early victim, and that was great joy for England as Virat Kohli got a ball which actually was a delivery at which Virat Kohli played a sort of a bit of a loose, probably should have played with soft hands, but Kohli actually poked at it, and Kohli was that was not a good stroke from Virat Kohli, I thought. And Bell once again coming into the picture, this time in the slips, taking a wonderful catch, and this time the bowler was broad, and India suddenly at lunch when they were looking pretty good at 101 for 1, suddenly were looking a bit shaky at 107 for 3. But then Ajinkya Rahane came, and then Murali Vijay was playing all the strokes, also had to settle down, but Murali Vijay continued to entertain the spectators here at Trent Bridge in Nottingham, playing some beautiful strokes as Murali Vijay was unperturbed by the fact, and he started playing pretty well. Ajinkya Rahane took his time at the crease, decided to play second fiddle to Murali Vijay, and both of them slowly, this time they had to really bide their time at the crease. They had to wait for the loose balls to really go for the strokes, and that's what they precisely did. And Ajinkya Rahane, and then Ajinkya Rahane finally fell when Plunkett got his first wicket, when Ajinkya Rahane was caught by Cook of the bowling of Plunkett for 32 with 4 fours, and that was the score. After that very good partnership of 71 runs, which was very important. India's score read 178 for 4. Again, I thought England was still, having that initiative to have India at 178 for 4. But currently, as I said, we have another 8 overs to go on the first day's play here. So I would have to leave you with this cricket update. Well, Murali Vijay, as I said, has serenely proceeded. This is his first overseas century. He has never made a century overseas, and this would do wonders to his confidence. And today, what a knock. He definitely deserved a century. The strokes that he played, look at the knock that he has. He's currently unbeaten on 122 with 24s and 1 6. And Captain Dhoni is keeping him company, also looking good, not out on 41 with 5 boundaries. And this partnership has now yielded, it's an unbeaten partnership which has yielded 72 good runs now, and India have also reached the 250 mark. So dear fans of the Tabas, the score reads 250 for 4. As I said, another 8 more overs to go before close of play on the first day here at Trent Bridge in Nottingham. 250 for 4. India, I thought, has done decently well today. Let's have a look at the bowling figures for the Englishmen. Anderson, 18 overs, 6 made and 64 runs and 2 wickets, has bowled well. Stuart Broad, 16.4 overs, has been pretty sharp, I would say, and he has not been giving any balls in the driving areas. He has been pretty well up to the bat, I thought, and he knows that the pitch is not giving him anything, so Broad has decided to really keep the batsman quiet. 16.4 overs, 7 maidens, 25 runs and 1 wicket, and is presently in charge of proceedings here, Stuart Broad. As I see, he's bowling to Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Ben Stokes, 18 overs, 4 maidens, 146. Liam Plunkett, 20 overs, 4 maidens, 1 for 55. Moeen Ali, we saw some spin from Moeen Ali, 9 overs, 1 for 50. The Indians, for them, it was a real easy meet as far as Moeen Ali's bowling was concerned. Joe Root bowled 1 over for 6 runs. And with this live cricket update here, telling you that with 8 more overs to go for the end of play on the first day of this first test match between India and England at Trent Bridge in Nottingham, I'm going to end my cricket show. The score reads 250 for 4. Murali Vijay 122 not out. Mahendra Singh Dhoni 41 not out. I'll be back with probably, I've almost given you a report, but I won't be there to do the entire first day's play. So tomorrow, if at all anything dramatic happens in these 8 overs, I would definitely be talking about that tomorrow on my next Cricket Happening show. Well, dear fans and subscribers, again, thank you very much for your contribution and your wholesome support to the cricket show. Your host Ram is leaving you for now and was promising you that I will be back tomorrow to talk to you on this Cricket Happening show. Until then, it's goodbye. Thank you.